to the treasure.
Get rich with one piece. Get rich with one piece.
Yo, we got Luffy and Zoro, the better the duo. Sanji and Noosa bring out the bankroll. Jekyll Mariah, he rips your soul. Brooke and Perona, they cold like a snow globe. Going through the stack like we looking for some crack. Taking y'all to class, man, you better know your math. Call the deck math because he always running black. We don't need no power tools, we just bring the axe. Cause we about to chop it up. TCG, level up, level up. This is more than beginner's luck. Got so many reds, they backing up. Rapping so cold, got the mains froze. Everybody know that the gang goes. Laws of the land don't make me repeat. We the next king. Getting rich with one piece.
Get rich with one piece.
The piece of the cause, the key to the treasure.
Get rich with one piece. Get rich with one piece. Get rich with one piece. Get rich with one piece.
Ooh, ooh, and ooh. Okay. I really wish I could figure out why the hell I keep getting like pings and shit. I just need to spend some time figuring it out. That's honestly what it is. But like sometimes there are pings when no one says anything, right? And the sound is just the same for everything. Like this is like their defaults, and I haven't spent enough time in here figuring out our setting it up enough to where, you know, every single thing has its own unique thing. This is just kind of like the same flatline default sounds for literally every fucking action that happens. So when I get a message, when somebody subscribes, when somebody tips, when somebody follows, like literally everything. And then there are things happening in the background that go off frequently and I have no idea. Like there's no notification, there's no nothing. So it's very confusing. I just need to spend some time, like one day I'm going to spend, you know, messing around with the stream and, you know, getting it figured out. So that's just on me. I got to spend the time, I got to put the time in doing it. Welcome to another stream. I think I'm going to start the streams like just kind of showing y'all what I'll be looking at, because I do be looking at there we go. See, this is hidden. It's been hidden the last couple of days. I haven't needed to do any, like, make any changes or whatever, but yeah, just like I do it throughout the day too, right? I don't just do it when I'm sitting here with y'all, but I just go here and I keep the same page open. Right, I keep the same page open, and can you guys see my? I need to make sure that you guys can't see my tabs, but if I'm looking at something I don't want y'all to see, you know what I'm saying? I got some scandalous shit up there. Great looking card. I actually do really like the way this card looks. I opened it. No, I bought this card. at that Collecticon event. Um, Oh, this is the OP-1. Okay, I was like, how the fuck is a law selling for 450? It's OP-1. This is so it's really cool when I get to see my cards, the cards that I have. Obviously, they're not my cards, but you know, the cards that I have um, sell. Like that's really the reason that's the main reason I look at it, and just to kind of keep an eye on like what cards are selling. You know, what's really hot right now. But yeah, I have this card. I sent it off to get graded. So mine went to PSA 2. I think I'm probably gonna start sending my cards to Beckett from here on out. Maybe not. I don't know. I think like the primo cards I want to send to Beckett, which I've kind of been doing that, right? So I sent my that treasure Luffy or whatever it is. I sent the treasure Luffy down there to Beckett. That was the first card I ever sent down there to Beckett, and then I sent these the cards that had been signed. I sent those down there, and then that Jinx as well. The Jinx isn't really a sign of Jinx, but it's the signature Jinx. Blah blah blah. You all know the deal for Riftbound, but I just see the Beckett cards and having the ability to have that pristine, that black label associated with it just makes it go even crazier, right? Like when you get to PSA, it's just 10, right? You hit 10 and that's kind of it. But even with a 10 at Beckett, there's still a level higher than that. There's still a premier, you know, cream of the crop. And that just adds that extra layer of like prestige. Obviously they call it prestige, right? So but still $1,000 for this card isn't bad. $910 isn't bad for this card. You know what I'm saying? And this was a bidding war, right? So it could have been much less, it could have been much higher, but $900 for a 10 for this Gum Gum Giant, which I sent in. I better get a fucking 10. You know, who knows? There's some things that are out of control, but I typically do a really good job of, like, you guys see it when I get a hit, it's going into you know, it's going into a sleeve and a top loader pretty immediately, right? I might sit there and look at it for like, you know, 30 seconds to a minute or whatever, but I get up pretty quickly and go get that and go make sure that I protect it. So yes, Chomutta, what's up, man? Let me get $1, man. You got all the money over there. You don't have to pay for the exchange rate and all that stuff, but that $10,000 or 11,000 Aussie dollars is crazy. But yeah, I'm looking at some of these cards that are on eBay, just to kind of see what's going on. This one's just sold today. And this is a card that I sent this down to PSA, so you know, we'll see what we can get. I have this one as well. Mine was done with PSA though. And I have 2 more that I sent down there after I saw, you know, I sent this out and, or excuse me, I sent my initial set of cards out back in like August, just got them back in November, and you know, I got it back and I just became super addicted to like having my cards graded and stuff because they looked so good and they sell for so much more. So I had one of these graded, then I was like, wait a minute, I have 2 more of these that are just sitting here. What the fuck am I doing? Let me go send those in and get graded too. And then that also went down there with the 3 manga events. So I sent down the Gum Gum Giant manga event. I sent down the Cross Guild manga event, which that thing's price is skyrocketing right now. I'm super pumped for it. Yeah, let's take a peek. You know what? I'm gonna look on this site here. Get rich with One Piece. Oh, you got a case. Hold on. You got a case. So we're not talking about just a box. Are we talking about a case? So a case is, what is it, 10? Okay, you got a case of 10. Sheesh. Oh, my bad. You just got hit with that 11 G's. You said, hey, I'm buying it. He said, hold on, try hard. A case. Hold on, buddy. I just got hit with that 11 G's. Of course it's a case. What are you talking about? Of course it's a case. Hey, that is super fire, man. Good luck to you. And where, so I want to buy a case. I want to buy a case. I was going to buy a case of OP-13. I really wanted to buy a case of OP-13, but I don't know how the fuck to buy a case. Like, where do you get a case from, right? Because typically I don't do much like buying boxes or things like that online. I get pretty much all my stuff in person. Other than I did have a friend of mine who's typically in here, Gold Pizza Don. He sends me a couple of he sent me a couple boxes from where he was at a couple times, but like typically everything I bought in person, right? So I gotta do some research, I guess, right? I gotta do some research. Maybe it was somebody. Maybe there's some sort of website or something that I can find. Because I did look, and like some of the ones that were selling cases seemed a little sketch, and then others is like you gotta freaking order like OP-14. Like this was back in like October. It was like, okay, we're selling OP-14 now, and I'm like, OP-14 ain't nothing been mentioned about it. Blah blah blah. Ah, okay. Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe I can reach out to some of the local car stores and ask them about that. That's a very, very good idea. For a piece of cardboard, yes. My boy said, a case, my bro. Gotta treat myself. That's super fire, man. I'm actually super pumped for you. You gotta let us know what you get once you get that. That is actually super cracked. Gum Gum Giant. We looked at that already, obviously. The Cross Guild. Let's look at the Cross Guild. See what the Cross Guild is selling for. Okay. This one only has ungraded, but still, this was going for like $70 at one point in time, and I'm pissed off I didn't get more. I didn't buy more when they were down. I was just scared that they weren't gonna go back up. I was just scared like I was like, it's a shitty event. It's just a search event, like in a deck that isn't meta at all. I'm like, this isn't gonna go back up. And obviously I was definitely wrong, but you know, you live and you learn. I'm actually let me look at PRBO2 real quick, because I know this is one of the top ones, or at least it was. Now it ain't. Okay, well, fuck you too. Best match. Oh, it's by best match. Okay. I was like, there ain't no damn way. Okay. All right, best selling. All right, Gum Gum Giant. These are all looking real good. I can't wait to open my box tomorrow, y'all. Y'all don't know how hard it was for me to not open the box today and wait for tomorrow. Because I was in my little closet or whatever, and that has all my stuff in it. I'm just kind of looking around, and I know I'm gonna open a box tomorrow. And so in my head, I'm like, oh, I can just do it today and blah blah blah. But we gotta have some self control. We gotta do it tomorrow. Because Wednesday is Boxing Day. But yeah, this is very, very exciting. Like, look, it was, after it first came out, it was down there in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? It was low relative to some of these other ones. And the cheapest one here you can see is selling for 180 right now. And then it jumps up to like 200. How many? 17 listings, so not many. But yeah, I definitely can't wait to get mine graded. Okay, that looks cool. I can't wait to get mine graded, get it back. Yeah, so that's pretty exciting. So I sent those two down, and then I sent the so I have those two manga events. Then I also have oh no, wait, I got this back already. I got the Dead Man's Game. I got that one back already, and that one came back as a 10. So this Zoro Joro, we love to see that for almost $500. This one is a 10. This one is Beckett, but it's still a 10. I feel like a 10 Beckett and a 10 PSA, those are typically the same, right? This one isn't even a black label, so Anything else good here? Oh, this I want this card so bad. I want this Luffy Dodgers card so bad, but I'm hoping what happens is, again, I think I've mentioned this a couple of times before, but um, I just saw this. I don't know how true it is. I saw it one time on Facebook, but I guess One Piece and the NBA are potentially doing like some sort of collaboration. So if they do and they have like some different cards similar to this, but for different NBA teams, oh, I would be all over those, man. I would be all over those. Seriously. Um, this DMG, let's go. Selling for close to 400 bucks. That's not too bad. Not too bad at all. I think I'm gonna hold off on selling the my Dead Man's game. Like that one would probably be. I'd probably hang on to that one for quite a while, just because I just love that card so much. Yeah. So this is a gold 10 teach sold for 1,500. Huh. Boof burst. A lot of boof bursts. Another boof burst. Um. Oh wow! Somebody sold a Don for 78 bucks. That is crazy. That is actually crazy. Yeah. So I got some good news today. I guess I was nothing crazy, but it was so I spend a shit ton of fucking money. Like y'all probably know, like there's this shit can cost a lot of fucking money. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're like investing into it, like I am. Right? I'm spending so much fucking money on this stuff, and I talked with the tax professional today, and because me and my wife have businesses and other aspects of our lives, but so this is actually selling the cards. When you sell the cards through TCG Player, they make you set up like a business type of a deal. Like it isn't like an official business where you have to get like it isn't like an LLC where you have to get where you have to like get an EIN and all that shit. But yeah, they make you like kind of set up some stuff, and then you have to enter like some of your personal information in there to get the business set up to sell the cards, so they can send you one of the W fucking numbers. I don't fucking know what it is. One of the business sheets at the end of the day, or at the end of the year. And so, anyways, long story short, I talked with the tax professional. They were like, yeah, anything that. So as long as I kept my receipts, which I have. This is bad news for my wife if she's watching. She probably not though, because she usually says something in here. But what up, Gank? That we were just talking about you, GPD. How you sent me some boxes in the past. Anyways, my wife isn't watching, but I've been collecting the receipts for like pretty much everything that I bought for like the past like 4 months or so, and this tax professional said that that stuff can be used to lower like my tax debt. Anything that I'm in the red on, which is like anything that I haven't made back by selling cards on TCG Player. Right? I think I've sold like $2,000. I think that's high, but in the 2 months that I've been selling on TCG Player, I've probably sold like $2,000 worth of stuff, and I've spent way more than that on buying this stuff. So that difference basically will go against like my tax debt. So, and anything that I use to sell the cards. So I bought some ink for my printer a couple of times. I spent so much money on shipping cards out, like buying the stamps, buying the envelopes, buying paper for the printer. I bought a new laptop for the stream. I think the stream might be considered a second business. So I should be able to write off my laptop that I bought, all that other stuff that I mentioned. It's actually freaking crazy. I'm gonna go through this first. Tax season. Make sure everything is as it should be, right? And then if it does, I'm going. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Next year is gonna be for real crazy, because like if I can just write everything off, and lower my tax burden. Yeah, we in here. It's gonna be the setup gonna be legit. The setup gonna be real legit. I'm gonna replace everything. I'm gonna have a better camera. I just replaced the laptop. Um, so when you sell the cards, apparently when you sell the cards, not apparently, but when you start selling cards on TCG Player, they like make you start a business in order to sell the cards on there, and like they keep track of all your sales and stuff, and then they'll send you like a one of the W's again. I don't remember what form it is, but they'll send you a form like at the end of the year that tracks like all your sales and stuff like that. So yeah, it would be considered these would be considered like business expenses. Um, so yeah, pumped about that, and I think talking with this tax professional was just a quick phone call, so it wasn't like really in depth or anything. So I have to, as soon as this new year starts up, I'm gonna get more in depth and spend some more time talking with them. It was just TurboTax, so it wasn't anything crazy. But TurboTax business side, they really focus on like like customer service. Like I've noticed, right? Like the business side, because again, me and my wife have a business doing something else, and like the business side just kind of gets like quicker, faster attention, more detailed, more knowledgeable people. Like the dude I talked to today was like a tax professional for like 15 years or something. But anywho, so I think potentially there might be two businesses here in what I do. So the selling of the cards might be one, and then the streaming might be another. So I'll have to like get that figured all out when I go through this. But like I said, if this works as expected, where I'm able to write this shit off, this whole shit is gonna be fucking. It's gonna be legit next year. Um, but yeah, so that was like the good news that I think I got today. So we'll see what actually happens, because it's a lot different from a quick phone call as opposed to the information I actually get at the end of the year from TCG Player. The information I'm able to provide to these tax professionals. So we'll see what actually happens, but if everything comes to fruition like I'm hoping it does, fingers crossed, then yeah, your boy's gonna be buying. I'm gonna pull a Chomutta and we buying cases out this bitch. We buying cases out this bitch. Yeah. So today, it isn't gonna be as long as the stream as yesterday. But we have OP-12, OP-13, 5 of each, and then we do have a Riftbound League of Legends pack. I went ahead and opened one of the boxes. Like I've mentioned that I was going to open one of the boxes at least. I really think I want to keep absolute bare minimum 2 of them are going to be kept wrapped up, but I'm thinking of doing 3. I'm really trying to determine what I want to do with that third box, if I want to open it for content or if I want to just keep it sealed. But we'll see, because I guarantee you in 5 years I'm gonna be kicking myself like, fuck, I should have kept all 3 of them fucking sealed. I'm gonna be kicking my fucking ass. But we'll see, right? I'll have at least 2 sealed up. I think this is picking up a little bit louder than normal. If let me know how my voice is, if it's too loud or whatever, because my daughter was messing around with my mic earlier today. We was doing a Taylor Swift concert at the house, so she took my mic, and I don't know if it affected how the volume is, how you guys are hearing me. It looks fine here on my little system, but okay, cool. Let's jump into it. Ladies and gents. So you know how we do when we do Riftbound. We open that thing first. We got an ad in progress. So I've kind of fallen off on the ads, like checking on the ads and stuff like that. But I want to be a little bit better, because I only got 4 subscribers right now. So pretty much a lot of people that watch have the ads. Let's see. Get rich with one piece. Yeah. Okay. Cool. that is over. So yeah, I for a while I was really trying to make sure that everybody was, not watching commercials while I kind of did most of my stuff, but I kind of fell off on doing that when I got a couple of subscribers. I got 2 subscribers and I don't know how to act right, but so I'm gonna try and be a little bit better to be cognizant of the commercials. I can't be perfect, so just forgive me if I do something cool or if I'm doing something or whatever over the commercial. So I'll try not to. But we have so of course I weighed all my boxes of Riftbound and this was the heaviest. This one was exactly 800 grams. So I don't know, but I like to put a little bit of stock in the fact that it's an exact number like that. Like it was exactly 800 grams, and I weighed it multiple times to confirm that it was 800 grams, right? And I weighed a couple of other boxes too. They were all A less and B the weights were consistent with those boxes too. So this one being 800 grams exactly, I was like, okay, that might be some good news. But this is pack number 1 out of my new Riftbound box that I just opened. This was one of the ones that I got from, let me think. Yeah, this was one of the ones that I bought at this Planet Anime event that happened a couple weeks ago. So let's see. Did I get ripped off or not? Because I paid $280 per box. I've said this a couple of times, which, now that I can write it off, I don't give a fuck. I should have bought all the boxes. But but I did or if I hit like one of the dope ass signature cards, the ones that are selling for like 1,700, like the Ari, I think the Ari is selling for like 1,700 or whatever. That would be worth it. Absolutely. Okay, so let's go through these. Fallen Comet, On Guard, Legion Rear Guard. We'll obviously get to One Piece, but y'all know I like to, first off, I like my Riftbound, and secondly, we try and spread the love between the card games. It's all TCG love here. Dangerous Duo. There are a bunch of cards that I'm familiar with. Traveling Merchant. Trifarian War Camp. Units here have +1 might. This includes attackers. I like how they specified that. They do such a really good job of like explaining what a card does. Obviously the game is brand new, so they have to, if they want people to understand what the fuck is going on. But I really like how they do that. We got a little Fire Malzahar. I think I have one. I think I have a Malzahar already. Maybe not. This might be my first Malzahar. Let's see. It's a 4-cost 3 might champion unit. Okay, so it's a champion unit. I don't know if I have this one yet. But Malzahar Fanatic. Kill a friendly unit or gear. Tap this card. Or rest it. I can't remember what the hell it's called. Tap, rest, something. Action. Add 2 power. Or 2 runes, excuse me. Use on your turn on showdowns. Abilities that add resources can't be reacted to. Okay, that's not too bad. Kill a unit and get 2 free. Okay. That's not bad. And what's cool about this is it doesn't have any power. Or it doesn't use any power, so it doesn't recycle any. So it's literally just ramp. That's actually really good. I like that. Ooh, let's go. First pack is a hit. This is an epic, and so each of the different domains, so the different colors are called domains. Each of the different domains, the red is Fury, have one of these seals, right? So it's a gear, it's a 0-cost gear with 1 power. They're all the same, but they do the exact same thing. So you tap it, it's a reaction, and you just add a rune of that type, and they all have it. This I had 4 of them. This makes 5, and I don't have any. What's actually crazy is I don't have any like duplicates yet, so I can't remember which one I'm missing. I think I'm missing the body one, which is orange. I think that's the only one that I'm missing now that I just pulled this Sealer Rage. Or maybe I have 2 of these Sealer Rages now that I'm kind of talking through it. I don't know, but very very nice card, and I like the way the cards look. They're borderlessness of it. Yeah, that's first pack, and we getting some love. I like it. Oops, and I'm dropping my cards all over the place. I like that too. All right. Very nice. And then we don't get we just get a buff / recruit. All right. So we're gonna go. We started 12 yesterday. We're gonna do 13 today. We're gonna do 13 first. All right. So we got 10 of these. And when I say 10, I mean 5 OP-12, 5 OP-13s. I'm a little bit tired, more tired than I was yesterday. Yesterday, man, I was ready to party all night. I was like, let's go till midnight. I actually worked out today, and it was leg day, and I'm exhausted. So we're gonna do the 10, and we're gonna go from there. All right, I didn't weigh this pack. I'm a dumbass. All right. Did I see a leader? I did not see a leader. Okay, I thought I saw a leader. All right. York Peppermint Patty. Curly Dadan. Shaka Kobe. Morgans. Nico. How you doing? Saint Sharia. I just mentioned this yesterday. For whatever reason, it was impossible to get this Saint Sharia. By the way, this is reminded me. I said I was gonna go to a tournament today because I hadn't been to a tournament I haven't been to a tournament all OP-13, which is really fucking frustrating. I mean, it's my own fault, right? I can go down there, but I just have other stuff going on. I typically try to work out during like my lunch break at work, but I had just so many meetings nonstop today, and this actually pissed me off. I had a meeting today this is why I didn't go work out, because I had a meeting during my lunch break, and I go to the meeting, no one else shows up. So I'm just kind of hanging out for a couple of minutes, and then I look in my email, and the meeting got moved to tomorrow, and I'm like, no one said anything in advance. It wasn't moved until after the meeting had started. So the meeting was at like 12:30, and then I looked at my email at like 12:34 or something, and at 12:31 the email came through that moved the fucking meeting. I'm like, I could have went to work out. Anyways, long story short, I went and worked out after work, and instead of being able to make it down to the tournament. Anyways, it's been pretty hard to get the St. Showerias, but I've gotten one every day for the past 3 days now. So, who'da thunk it? Silver's Rayleigh. I sold all my extra Rayleighs a couple days ago, either yesterday or the day before. So that is nice to have. What does this Rayleigh do? Okay, it's a rusher, 8 cost, 9k. On play, if you have Don cards given, rest up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 5 or less. Then add it to one Don card from your Don deck and set it as active at the end of this turn. Like, you can rest a 5 cost, like a blocker. It has rush. Like, that's good, but I don't understand the setting the card as active. Add up to one Don. Like, that doesn't make it. That's really if you're on like the odd curve, I guess, and you have 9 Don, right? That's the only way you can play that. Like, that's literally the only scenario where that card is getting like max benefit, because you have to have a Don given, B, this card costs 8 Don itself, so that's 9, and then C, you have to, and then C, you have to add one Don from your Don deck and set it as active. That, I mean, it's good. It's an 8 cost 9,000 power rush character, so like that's good. But and you can rest one of your opponent's 5 cost characters. But I yeah, that last little bit doesn't make much sense because your next turn you're gonna be at 10 Don anyways. So I don't get it. But you know what? It's not for me to get, right? Because I don't play. Okay, I'm gonna stop doing that. I'm gonna stop showing the back of the cards. All night long. Hair removal fist, great card. Man, I'm getting a ton of kosher roost too. Don Quixote do Flamingo. Okay, what are these? These are OP-12s. Okay, I haven't sorted the OP-12s yet. Maybe I have not. Yellow, purple, blue. Yeah, I did sort the OP-12s. I did not sort the OP-13s. Let me just be sure. Okay, I did sort OP-12. Okay, so OP-13 needs to go here in the pile, and then I need to resort OP-12. Yeah. Okay. All right, if this background music gets too loud, let me know. I'll turn that shit off. No red back. It's OP-13. I think we're missing 2. I think we're missing the Luffy and the Sabo alt leaders. Those are the only 2 that we're missing. Jewelry Bonnie, Ace Sabo, and Lucci main. Feels like it's just louder than normal. I think like the different songs kind of make it seem louder because some songs are just louder than other songs. Come on, stop being a fucking little asshole. This is definitely. Oh, this might not be a leader pack. Oh, it doesn't look like a leader pack. It's the. We'll see. We'll see. It's looking like a. No, it's. Okay, it's a Don pack. That's what. No, it's not a Don pack. Okay, I'm confused. It is a leader pack. Okay. We'll look through this one right quick. Another hair removal fist, not too bad. Neko Mamushi. It's a pretty good card. And then Koala. I literally sold my Koala the exact day that I added it to my inventory. So, boop boop boo, boop boop boo. All right, pack number 3 of OP-13. All right. What we got? What we got? What we got? Redback. All right, St. Rosword, Marshall D. Teach, Empty Throne. What's something that's very crazy is like I don't know if you guys understand, and it isn't like I've seen worse, right? Like actual shops and stuff like that that have, you know, a huge amount of cards, probably like hundreds of thousands of cards, like not even kidding, maybe even in the millions of cards, right? They have just an absurd number of cards. Obviously, like that's what they do. They've probably been doing it for a long ass time. Like I had like 4,000 cards, just bulk, and that's not even including like my actual like the collection of cards that I'm personally collecting. It's not counting those. So I had like 4,000 in bulk, and it just felt like so overwhelming and so crazy. And I've been able to like chew through so much of that, and it's very consistent where I'm, doing fairly big orders, right? Like I did an order today. It's not anything crazy like I've been doing in the past couple of days, but I had an order for like 70 cards, you know what I'm saying? That's just one order. Plus, stack that on top of the orders for 20 and the orders for 1 and the orders for 4 and 5, and I'm averaging like 20 orders a day for the past couple weeks. And so, when you add those together, right? I opened like 10 packs is probably average. Yesterday, obviously, I went a little crazy, but I average opening like 10 packs a day, and that's 120 cards. So I'm adding 120 cards to my bulk usually, save any sort of hits that I get. So I'm adding, let's say about 120 cards to my bulk, and I'm selling more than that. So it's even though I'm opening a ton of cards, like overall I'm eating at my bulk on average. Every day isn't the exact same, but on average it is eating at my bulk. So I look at my cards and I really feel overwhelmed when I have like these stacks of cards. If you can see this stack in the back, I have this stack of cards and I'm like, oh man, I gotta sort this and I gotta inventory it, and it's gonna just, oops, I dropped it. I have to sort it, I have to inventory it, and it's just gonna go and sit there and blah blah blah. And like that's not the case, right? It seems like a lot of cards, but this is from a few days, right? This is from me being lazy for like two or 3 days, not sorting the packs or whatever. This might be from just yesterday, now that I think about it. Plus the couple that I just added to it. But yeah, if you like the boxes that I have that hold my cards, like the bulk cards, like those things, are very, very empty. They're probably like not even, because there's a row for each. There's a row that holds about 1,000 cards for each color, and I would say they're less than, all of the rows are less than half full with all the cards that I have. So it okay, I went through that one pretty shitty. My bad, y'all. So it is like, it feels like a lot of cards here, but people are buying the cards pretty consistently, eating away at the bulk, which is nice. One of these days, I'm gonna do some sort of like, I don't know what is it called when people do like they do the thons, yeah, the a-thons or whatever. So I think one day in the future, it's not going to be anytime soon, maybe like in the next couple of months, maybe it'll be at one of these sets, one of these new sets, when I'm able to get like a bunch of cases or something, or boxes, or a case maybe. I'm just going to sit and open just a bunch of shit, like multiple boxes. We're going to be hanging out for like 4 or 5 hours, maybe even longer than that, just opening shit. It'll have to be a day where like everybody's gone out the house. Okay, this is OP-12. It's so funny to think back like to before OP-12 came out, right? And like the first kind of times that you're opening, everything is brand new. You don't have any of the cards, and you're just like, oh, cool. These cards are just so amazing and awesome. You just don't know what's what, honestly. And then, you get jaded 3 months later, and I'm just kind of like, Seto, blah. Even though these cards, like a lot of these cards are very, very popular, right? I got an Odin, blah. Yeah, so we just kind of go through these pretty quickly. It's just really funny to think about, in my humble opinion. All right, we got 2 of each left. So we've been through 6 packs. All right. And I'm not not weighing anything tonight. I don't feel like it. Is the only excuse I have. Just do not feel like doing it tonight. Now remember, tomorrow we are opening a box of PRBO2. I've kind of went back and forth. I need to weigh my boxes though. I have like, I don't want to say how many boxes I have, but I have a couple boxes back there, and I need to weigh them to figure out which one I want to. But they're kind of like behind other stuff, so it kind of sucks. I'm gonna have to get like a chair or a ladder to get up there to get all of them. Honestly, I should just fucking pick one, right? It doesn't matter. I'm just pick a box and hopefully it got the best shit in it. Hopefully I can get another manga event. That'd be cool. I don't have the Blackbeard one, and I don't have the, I guess it's the red-haired pirates one. I don't know. I can't remember what that one's called. Okay, come on. Jinbei. Scopo to Gabon. Ooh, we got a 5 elders. That's not too bad. I think I might put some. I haven't put any 5 elders up on TCG Player just because obviously I needed them for my deck. Then I wanted to have like a couple for just my collection, but I think I have enough now that I could probably post some of the 5 elders, and they're selling pretty. I mean, they're only selling for like $2 or $3, so it isn't anything crazy, but they're selling pretty easily. Obviously, it's the most popular deck in the format. So, whoops. I'm trying to do a better job of keeping everything organized because it sucks when I have like, I just kind of throw all my trash in the same pile. And I'm a big fan of like recycling and stuff. So these can be recycled. The sleeves of the blister packs can be recycled, but these little the plastic parts of the actual packs can't be. So I have to do a good job of keeping them separate. So I can recycle what I need to recycle and trash what I need to trash. We've only hit 1 liter pack, and I just jinxed us. So this is definitely going to be a liter pack, but you know, it'd be like that sometimes. Whoops. Bastille. Mezerka. Oh, a Trafalgar Law. Not too bad. Sakazuki. Hell motherfucking yeah. Let's go. I'm gonna fucking jinx. I'm gonna jinx myself more often. I don't have this one. This is the all art for the Draco Mihawk. I would hate to go back and look to see what this card was going for, like at the very beginning of this, at the very beginning of OP-12, because obviously this is like a set behind when Zora was kind of running amok. But I bet you this card was going for like $70-$80. I don't know off the top of my head, but I'm just assuming because the regular super rare was going for like 12 bucks. Okay, now the background music is, I think that song was just louder than everything else. Let me come back here and try and turn this up a little bit. Okay, you can hear some of it now, I think. I don't know. But yeah, this card is, it'll go up next set. Are you talking about in OP-14? I guess you probably will, because that's the next set. Let's see. Probably because Mihawk. I could see that. Yeah, I could see that. The Mihawk looks really good, right? I think it'll have to do with, is there a, okay, this line looks, I was about to say, is this like a misprint or something like that? You can kind of see this like line across his head here. Like, yeah, I mean, it looks like it's supposed to be there. Oh, I see quite a few of them down here though. I see quite a few of them down here. I didn't even think about that devs. I did not think about that, but yeah, with the new Mihawk, that's new Mihawk leader that's coming out. I had such a hard time selling these because I actually pulled, and I probably still have quite a few of these Mihawks. The obviously the regular ones, since this is the first one of these that I had. Um, but I look at this card and I'm like, how is this even fair? Like this is like secret rare level of goodness, right? In my opinion, and obviously, it kind of there's a lot of factors that go into it. Yes, it's an 8 cost, but on play set up to 4 of your Don cards as active. So essentially, it's a 4 Don 8,000 power blocker. Like this thing is a massive body for essentially only 4 Don that you have to wait until your 8 or 9 Don turn to play. Then you cannot play character cards with the base cost of 7 or more. Like you're not gonna like you can still play a 6 cost character on your 10 Don turn. You can drop this Mihawk, and then even on a 9 Don turn, right? You can drop a Mihawk, and then you can drop like a Smoker or a Cavendish. Like that is crazy. That is absolutely insane. This card is absolutely cracked. It's so I think this card. Something I really hated about something I need to grab I'm gonna grab a sleeve and a top loader for this. Give me 1 second and I'll come back. Yeah, this is one of them ones. Oh my, this actually, now that I'm looking at it a little bit more, this actually looks absolutely cracked. Look at the sword is what has like most of the foil on it, right? Like his little hockey, I guess. I don't know if that's really hockey that's coming off the side has it, but like the sword, this isn't doing it justice. Like if I'm being honest, but it's trust me, it looks absolutely dope. Like the sword is what has the foil on it. Yeah, this card looks absolutely amazing. Um, but what I was saying is that if it was not for Zoro, the Zoro leader, I think, and this is probably because I'm biased to Koala because that's the deck that I run. I think Koala probably would have been the best deck in the set, right? Like it has a little bit of trouble with Rayleigh, but it I think the reason Rayleigh was so popular is because it basically counters Zoro, right? So, and the thing that gives Koala the advantage over Rayleigh is that Rayleigh is not a lot of it doesn't have a lot of like playing the characters for free. But there are some of that. There is some of that, especially that the Luffy that can play another character for free, right? You take a life when you do that with Koala's leader effect. So if it was not for like everything that Koala does, Zoro was built to counter it, and it's literally the only reason that Koala was not the best leader in OP-12, like in my opinion, right? Because like what did I just mention? You play a character from another character's effect, you take a life. Well, this is how you get around that, right? You just give a bunch of Dom back, and you're not technically playing it off from this character's effect. You're just setting Don as active in order to be able to play another character, right? So, and a lot of the Tashigi in that set, or the Tashigi in OP-12, okay, rest a character with a base cost of 5 or less, or 6 or less, I think it is. Rest a character with a base cost of 6 or less. Like, Tashigi's a 5 cost character. Why can she rest a 6 cost character? And why is it the base cost? When pretty much all the characters in Koala give themselves a boost, give themselves a cost boost. Like, I fucking hate Green. I hate Zoro. I hate the Zoro leader. It was the bane of my existence. I did very well into like a lot of the other leaders with Koala, and obviously I had some different tech in there that you know wasn't the best. It was just kind of me playing around with some different things. But anyways, long story short, I look at this Zoro, and even before the set came out, I'm looking at this and I'm like, this card is absolutely amazing. So um, I think that Devs is probably right that it'll probably go up with this new Mihawk that comes out when it comes out, because this will definitely. Oh yeah, hey, so we got the Rebel Army theme going on here. Before OP-12, I hated Bello Betty. I played Teach, and she for whatever reason I don't do what so I black is the only because I started in OP-11. Black is the only color that I've really played. I did play Reiju. I did play Reiju for like one or two tournaments, just local tournaments, like maybe one. I want to say maybe two. I don't know. But anyways, but other than that, I've just played black. So for whatever reason, like very aggressive decks really do harm to me. Like it's hard for me to counter those super aggressive decks. That's why I'm a huge fan of Koala, because that aggression is punished, because a lot of red decks are playing characters based off of like playing characters off of base characters effects. Like I've heard, I can't remember who mentioned this yesterday. I think it was somebody who was in the chat yesterday. Devs, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. We do this every single day about the same time. Open a couple of packs of cards. One Piece obviously is the main jam, but we do some we sprinkle in some other things. Like typically I'll do like a Riftbound pack at the beginning. I haven't done for the last couple of days. I did do one today, but I haven't done one the last couple of days because I ran out of them in my last box, and I didn't feel like opening a new box yet. So I did feel like opening it today. But we sprinkle in Pokemon, Magic the Gathering. I've done Dragon Ball Z. I've done what the hell else? Other stuff too. Lorcana, all that shit. Anyways, tomorrow we'll be opening a box of PRBO2. So Wednesdays this is a new thing that I'm trying every Wednesday. I'll be opening a box of whatever. I'll be opening a different box of something. Last week we opened a box of OP-13. This week it'll be a PRBO2. Next week, I'm assuming just to kind of spread the love, I have a couple boxes of OP-12 in there. I might go ahead and open that. So yeah, just thank you for the follow. I'm grateful. What was this? This was OP-12. All right, OP-13. But I'm really excited for this new set. I really don't know if I'm going to play anything other than Koala. Like I have an Emu deck built, and I'm probably the next time I'm able to make it to a tournament, I'm probably going to go ahead and bring Emu just because I want to play it because I have it built. But Koala is just too good. It's just too good. And now that Zora hopefully is not super meta relevant, I think it has a good chance to do very well. Especially in OP-14, like a lot of OP-14, there's a lot of playing characters off of other characters' effects, like Boa. A lot of the Boa characters, a lot of the let's see, what is it? In Doflamingo, he has some as well. Like there's like a couple of KO effects where you can play other characters. The big Doflamingo, I think it's the 8-cost Doflamingo. Will let you play a 5-cost from your hand or less, and typically people are comboing the Doflamingo with the Rosinante from OP-10. I don't remember where that's from, but there's a lot of like playing that bonus character. So Koala might be making a comeback. That's just the coat. Like you said the perfect perfect word there. Yeah, I'm a cope. Come on, no leader. Fuck me. I've already mentioned this, but they need to do something. They need to make it so getting a leader pack isn't a fucking death sentence. They really do. All right, well, that was the last OP-13 of the day. That was unfortunate. So let's see what we get from OP-12. Remember, we do not end on a leader pack. So if this is a leader pack, we'll be getting another. We'll be getting another pack. All right, unless it's a red back. Fuck me. Okay, well, we do know. Wait a minute, this is OP-12. So yeah, OP-12. They don't have. Speaking of fucking devil, you fucking bastard. Well, this is OP-12. Like, we know that OP-13 they have gold on. We hit a gold on what was that, 2 days ago? And the gold on packs don't have the leaders in them from what I've seen. So, but this is 12, so 1 second, I'll be right back. Get rich with one piece. Oh. Alright, I'm hoping this isn't one because I have to get my ass back up and get another pack. This is the red manga Luffy. Guaranteed. Chomutta. I need some of that. I need some of that red manga Luffy energy. Not a red back. Red manga Luffy energy. Red manga Luffy energy. Alright. Not a leader pack. Got a Venus. And a Lilith. Meh. Womp womp. Well. Where is this? Okay, this goes to 13. You can get your ass over here. So, well, technically we got 2 hits. We'll call it 2 hits. We'll call it 2 hits because we did get an epic from Riftbound, the Seal of Rage. And I think now that I'm kind of thinking through this, I have no idea if I'm missing the Seal of Rage. I might have one of these already, but it may be one of the ones that I was missing. I think it was one of the ones that I was missing, but shit, I don't know. I won't know until I put it in my book. But we did get this Mihawk, which looks absolutely amazing. I love, like, the sword is what's hollow. The card is great, and I say this all the time. Like, some cards have, you know, good art, but the abilities suck, and some cards have good abilities, but the art sucks. But when it comes together and it's a great card, a very, very viable card in the meta, and the artwork looks dope, like, those are the cards that you want to keep an eye on, the cards that you typically want to hang on to. This is my opinion. I don't fucking know. Do whatever you want to. That's just my opinion and my viewpoint on things, right? But like this card, for example, right? Like, this card isn't going to get, you know, in the thousands of dollar range by any means, but it's a good card that will probably be, it's generically good. It's not leader locked, it's not type locked, it's nothing. It's on play, set 4 Dawn active, right? And then you can't play a character that has 7 cards, or excuse me, a character with 7 cost or more, which I have no idea how you would even do that. I don't know how you're going to get more active Dawn in order to play a 7 cost character, right? Because on your 10 Dawn turn, you play him, you still have 2 Dawn active. You get 4 Dawn active, you have 6 Dawn. So I don't know how you would get another active Dawn. Maybe there's some sort of way that you'll be able to do that I'm not thinking of. But it says you can't play a character with a cost of 7 or more during this turn. Like, okay, that's going to be damn near impossible anyways, again, unless there's some sort of combo that I'm not thinking of out there. But yeah, the card is great. It's going to be good forever, pretty much, until, you know, this is only a block 3 card, so a couple years it'll rotate out, but still a fantastic card. It'll be good for a very long time. And then the artwork is crazy dope on it. So cool beans. So thank you guys, obviously, for watching. I am very grateful. Tomorrow, I'm super pumped. We're going to be opening the box of PRBO2. If you've seen, if you saw where I started really streaming heavily, it was PRBO2. I was opening a box of PRBO2 a day at that time. And then it got to the point where I was like, okay, this really is not realistic. I think I did it for like a week or something. And I'm like, okay, this isn't realistic. I can't be opening a box of fucking PRBO2 every single day. So that's when I kind of went down to 10 packs a day. And, you know, sometimes I get kind of wild and go over that. But Wednesdays, I'm really starting to look forward to Wednesdays. Boxing Day, we gonna unbox PRBO2. We're gonna hopefully get some good hits in it and go from there. So thank you guys for watching. Be sure to come back tomorrow for the best viewers at streamboot.com. Do they like wait until I'm about to end the stream? Because it happens every fucking time. Every fucking time I'm about to end the stream, a fucking one of those damn, I don't know if it's a robot or what the fuck it is, but one of the damn spam messages pop up. But anyways, glad you guys were here. Boxing Day tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing you guys again. So thank you and peace out.